Hi everybody, it's Claire back with another art journal video and surprise surprise playing in the craft journal. So I'm starting off with some sand paint on the background using one of Dina's wide brushes. Then I'm going in with the mosaic stencil, which was one of the more recent releases, and I think I'm using elephant through that. So starting off with a bit of a monochromatic feel to this page. Love that stencil. So then I'm using the circles for painting stencil, and I'm using white again. So just in some areas this then just pushes that little background away that I've started to create and draws the focus into those circles. And I'm using the blending tool to add that paint. It does give a lovely effect, the way it adds the paint. And you can layer it up if you feel it's not opaque enough. You can, once it's dry, go in and add some more layers. So then this is the Scribbled Faces stencil. This is quite an old one from Dina Wakley, and I'm going in, putting that right in the centre of the page, using some black to make that image nice and striking. And then I'm just going back in and making sure that I've caught all of the finer details of the stencil. And then the little face on the left kind of slipped off the bottom, so I've just popped that in down there, moved it over a bit. So then I'm going in with the Posca pen, just darkening up some of those lines, some places where it hadn't quite gone through the stencil enough, just drawing a bit more attention to some of the areas. So then once I've finished with that, then I'm going in with some black paint, and I'm doing some lines on the left hand side of the page in a kind of, I don't know how to describe that, like a swoopy way. That's not very technical, is it? Didn't plan these out, just kind of went in quite freehand with these, making them so that they get wider as they go along. And these are where the journaling is going to go. So then once they're dry, I'm going in with the Uniball Signo in white and taking my inspiration from that little chipboard element there. Decided the Signo Uniball was, the writing was too fine, so then I'm going in with the Posca pen and writing my words. So I'm making the letters touch the top and bottom of the areas that I've drawn. If you're not too confident with your lettering and stuff, this is a really good way to get some guides on your page, and it will help you keep your letters the size that you want, the right size that you want them to be. And there's a lot of repetition in this journaling. I guess we all have those days where we have to concentrate on the breathing in, the breathing out, because we have heads full of all sorts of stuff that isn't helpful. Worries, probably mostly, for most of us. Then I'm just adding a bit more detail onto that lettering, so I'm just going in with my black gel pen. I'm just adding some lines on the inside of the letters. And then this is one of the Tim Holtz Media Mark stamps. I'm just adding some spots onto the page as well, and then some mark making using the Posca pen too. So kind of the way this is working is that the journaling is flowing into the, it leads your eye into the centre of the page, although that wasn't planned, it's just kind of how it's worked. And then again I'm doing some more journaling, just using my Signo Uniball and adding some white journaling onto those faces. some hearts, because you have to have a heart. If there's a face or a person, I have to do a heart. It's just how it is. And then I decided I would add a little pop of colour, so I'm using a bit of turquoise watered down with a splatter brush and adding that on too. There we go, that's the finished page. So I hope you've enjoyed this quick journal page. A bit of a monochromatic feel with that splash of turquoise. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you again soon.